a fan of the Dragon Ball Super card game? If so, check out QueenCityGaming.com for sealed product, singles, and more. Just use promo code MafubaJar-10 to save 10% off your order every time. Welcome back to the Mafuba Jar, where you've been sealed away for more Dragon Ball Super content. Today, we are going to be showing you guys a deck profile on a Super Saiyan 3 Goku Gods deck. Now, this is all based around, well, as I said before, Gods. So Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a really awesome card for a lot of reasons. This leader card is just so good. At the very beginning of the game, you can, well, first of all, the permanent says you can only have 6 energy. Very beginning of the game, you can place 1 card from your hand in the drop area. If you have no energy, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. So this is an immediate energy accelerator for you. It doesn't have to be the very first turn of the game, but regardless, it just has to be that you don't have any energy. But everybody, of course, chooses 1 life and puts it into their 1 card, put it in the drop area, and then take 2 out of their life, put it down as energy. The Awaken, 4 or less, flip it over, and the permanent, of course, remains. You can only have 6 of your energy in play. At the end of your turn, choose up to 3 of your energy, switch them to active mode, and draw a card when you attack. So switching 3 back after you're done with your turn is huge. It allows you for a lot of big defensive plays. This is such a versatile leader. It has a lot of applications in the game right now, and it's just been really, really good in general. So that is going to be your leader card for the deck. Next up here, we've got 4 copies of Universe 10 Supreme Kai Gowasu. So Gowasu says, when you play this card, look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 god among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. Now this deck is just full of gods. So this is a card that's not going to fail all too often, if at all. But there are a few cards in here that are not gods. Things like these right here. These 4 energy boosted Majin Buu. This is a 1-drop you can play to draw a card. This is essentially a very good thing to do when you don't have anything else to do, or if you've got energy in play that you just don't really have a use for, because Super Saiyan 3's Awaken side retaps them anyway. You may as well just go ahead and tap 1 for a Buu if you don't have anything else to do. Get yourself some draw and add some more cards to your hand. Next up here, we have A Way to Awaken with the 1-drop Saiyan Kaba. So when this card attacks, you may choose 1 card from your life, add it to your hand. Then if you do so, it gains 10,000 power and double strike. So this is a really good card as well for helping you get yourself awakened. And it's also great endgame for hitting for a double strike when your opponent's at 2 life, and you can combo your way up if they have a small hand. Lots of things you can do with that card in that respect. So it's a really good late game card as well as a very, very, very good early game card. Next up, we have 4 copies of Manipulating God Champa. Now, there's a couple of reasons for this. It searches out other Champa in your deck. When you play this card, look up to 7 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 red Champa among them and add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. So it allows you to search for a Champa. On top of that, it also allows you a way to get more red energy. Kaba's really good. You need more red energy anyway. So if you get one of these out, you can search yourself one of the Champas and also leave some of these in the future for energy. So there's 4 of those. Lots of 1-drops, as you can see. You got 4, 8, 12, 16 1-drops. After that, let's see, I want to put this in the right order. These are all combo cards. I want to put those last, actually. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Next up, we get into this card. The 3-drop from the Tournament of Power, Whis, Mentor of Beerus. It's got Barrier, so it cannot be chosen by the skills of your opponent's cards. It's got a permanent of... there can only be up to 1 Whis, Mentor of Beerus, in play in your battle area. And the other permanent says the energy cost of Beerus in your hand is reduced by 1. So you can only have 1 of these out at a time, and it's only reduced by 1. But that's pretty big, because Beerus in general was just kind of like 1 energy away from being very playable in the current game. And it allows for things like this. 4 copies of Energy Boost Beerus, a 4-drop that becomes a 3-drop when you have a Whis in play that's got double strike, and when you play this card, if you have 5 or more energy, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That's any battle card that does not have Barrier anyway, that can be popped by Beerus. So it's really good for that, especially because you're ramping energy anyways, because you've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku as a leader. You start off with 2 energy, and by turn 4, you're already ready to go with that. Next up, we've got 3 copies of Beerus, General of Demolition. So this card would not be playable in this deck normally because it's got a cost of 7.
but Whis reduces it to 6. So once you get to 6, you can throw this card down. It's got triple strike, and when this card attacks a leader, your opponent may choose 2 cards from their hand and place them in the drop area. If they don't, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in energy and put them into the drop area. So they have to choose 2 cards or everything on the board. That's pretty darn crazy. Can really ruin games for people. The hand disruption alone is very, very devastating. But when you throw down the fact that if you have less than 2 cards and you can't fulfill it, and you lose all of your energy and all of your battle cards, holy cow, that's just devastating. I mean, you've lost the game at that point. You really can't come back that far. So Beerus General Demolition's a really, really powerful late game card. On top of that, we also have a copy of Destructive Tear Champa. Destructive Tear Champa evolves from another Champa for 3 red energy and 2 colorless. Otherwise, it's a 6 drop, so it costs you 1 more energy if you don't evolve. It's got triple strike as well. When you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in the area, or choose all of your opponent's battle cards in the battle area with 15,000 power or less and KO them. So this is pretty good for a lot of reasons. 15,000 or less is pretty much, well, a lot of the game, and it's got triple strike. So you can evolve a Manipulating God Champa that you played earlier for 1 less energy, making it 5, making it very possible to get that out, and having another triple striker besides Beerus. All right, so our combo cards. First, we have our super combo, which is Powers Combined Kibito Kai. When you combo with this card, if your leader card is blue and your life is at 4 or less, this card gains 10,000 power for the duration of the turn, 10,000 combo power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 1 card in your opponent's combo area and return it to its owner's hand. So this is essentially a Jocko and a super combo Piccolo at the same time. If there are no cards left in your opponent's combo area after that, you draw a card. So it's good. You got the combination there. Unless they've comboed 2 cards, you're at least making them pick up 1 and gaining 10,000. If they only comboed with 1 or less, then you're just gonna combo 10,000 and draw 1. All right, so that's it for that. Our next combo card is going to be another Champa. We've got another 4 Champas here. Furthering Destruction Champa. When you combo with this card, choose up to 1 of your attacking cards. It gains double strike, which inflicts 2 instead of 1 for the rest of the turn. So this is going to be really, really powerful for things that only hit, like Kaba, for instance. It's got 15,000 power, but when you throw down a Destructive Tear Champa, it becomes 25,000 in double strike, and you're taking a life. Yeah. You can do all kinds of crazy things with that. So you can use this to search this. You can use this to search the Champa over here. You have a lot of targets for Champa. The next card you're going to be using is going to be just for combo only, and that is Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. It's got Barrier if you ever decided to put it into play, but when a card evolves into this card, or if you combo with this card, you draw a card. So this is essentially just another super combo for you. It costs 1 energy, but you get to hit for another 10,000 and draw a card. So it's pretty well worth it. There's a lot of room in this deck for you to burn through your energy because you're just going to retap the 4 anyway, so it only can help. The last battle card in the deck is going to be 2 copies of Pride and Justice Topo. So this can be played as a counter, and if your opponent's leader card has 15,000 or more power, reduce the energy cost. If you or your opponent's leader card has 15,000 or more power, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. When this card KOs your opponent's battle card, you switch it into active mode. So you can clear a whole board with Pride and Justice Topo if they have a whole bunch of cards that you can knock out. As long as you knock it out, you can retap it every time. And that permanent makes it so that Pride and Justice Topo comes out as just a 2-drop. And you get to negate an attack with it as well, so it's pretty nice. Speaking of negates, we have 4 other negates as well. 4 copies of Whis' Coercion. Negate the attack, then choose up to 1 of your energy and switch it to active. So as long as you have 1 open, it's essentially a free card to play. That's a nice little way to negate as well. We also have 2 copies of Mafuba! Yes, that's right, the channel is born into this card. Counter battle card attack. Negate the attack. Place this card on the attacking card at the end of the opponent's next turn. Place this card and only this card in the drop area. As long as this card is stacked on top of another card, that card is not treated as a battle card and its skill cannot be activated. So it turns it into nothing, essentially, for the rest of their turn. the rest of your turn and the rest of their next turn. So that's pretty good. Battle cards are very, very powerful right now, and Mafuba is really the only thing that's stopping a lot of them. All right, last but not least, our last extra cards are 4 copies of Senzu Bean. Activate battle, choose up to 1 of your cards. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, then choose up to 2 of your energy and switch them into active. So it costs 1, but you retap that one and another one on top of it, and it gives you 5,000 power to put wherever you want on one of your cards as well. So Senzu Bean is pretty good for that. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. This is the Super Saiyan 3 Gods deck. Everything in here is a god except for, let's see, Boo, Kaba, and this Goku here, and Topo. Everything else is a god. Everything else in this deck is a god. So you have, in total, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 gods in total in this deck. So more than half your deck is gods. Pretty good. Anyways, guys, this is just a neat little fun idea. I wouldn't say that it's a top tier deck, but it definitely can do really well given the right circumstances. So try it out for yourself. Of course, we are going to do a battle video with this. That should be next Thursday. So make sure you guys stick around for that when we go up against Noel's deck. See how this one does against it. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe for more content here on the Mafuba Jar, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, you have been released.